Hey Navajo Nighthawks, here we are with Module 3, Lesson 20 and 21. We're going to combine the two because they are very similar. Our focus in these two lessons is I will be able to solve division problems with remainders and without remainders using an area model. So this is just one of those strategies that you can use if the standard algorithm is still kind of tricky. Just like in multiplication, we have area model, we have partial products, we have standard algorithms. So very similar to that, you can pick a strategy, master it, and then once you understand that one really well, then try to plug in those other strategies. Okay, so you'll work your way to being able to do these multiple different ways. Okay. All right, so our first problem, just lost my page. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we'll do 42 divided by 3. Oops. 42 divided by 3. Okay, and if we are going to use our area model, we're going to have a length or a height of 3. Okay. We know that our area is going to be 42. Okay, so this should look familiar, right? So if we have our area and our one of our lengths, then we just have to try to find our width, okay? But here's how we can make this a little bit easier for us to divide. So instead of 42, I always like to start with tens. So 3 times 10, right? So 3 times 10 would give us 30. And then what's left over? So we would take 42 minus 30. That's going to give us 12. So 30 and 12 give us that 42. So now we can easily think, well, 3 times what gives us 30? 3 times 10 gives us 30. 3 times what gets us 12? 3 times 4 gets us 12. So now we know that 42, so we would add our 10 plus 4. 10 plus 4 gives us 14. 42 divided by 3 is 14. So our area model, and then we can show that as a number bond. We can say, well, 42, we broke into 30 and 12, and we divided each of those by 3. So 30 divided by 3, 12 divided by 3, that gave us 10 and 4. And that is 14, which is what our final answer was. Okay. So area model and then we can show that in a number bond as well. Okay, let's do one more. And when you guys are setting up your area model, we have to make sure that the numbers that we break it into are multiples of our divisor. So our divisor has to equally go into that number. And if it doesn't, then that means we're going to have that remainder. Okay. So for example, if we still were working with 42, but now we're going to divide it by 4. Okay. So we know I'm going to have this rectangle. I know that my height is going to be 4, but I don't know my width. So remember my rule of thumb is, well, if you can do it, actually let's do 52. 52, okay? 52 divided by 4. So I always start with the 10. Well, 4 times 10, that's going to give me that 40, right? And then 52 minus 40 to find out what our leftover is. That's going to leave us with 12. So 4 times 40, or 4 times 10 gives us 40. if I had 12 left over, 4 times 3 is equal to 12. So 52 divided by 4 is equal to 13. So really, just like when we do partial products multiplication and we're breaking the number apart to make it easily divisible. So if we have tens or, our smaller double digits, we are able to think of that much easier than looking at this as 52 divided by 4. Okay. So then if we kind of represented that in our number bond, we have 52. We broke that into 40 and 12, and we divided each of those by 4 to get our 13. Okay. All right. Let's see what this is going to look like if we have a remainder. Okay, so we're going to do 56 divided by 4. Okay, so we know what our side is going to be is 4, and that, well, this one won't have a remainder, but we know that rule of thumb, I'm always going to multiply my 4 times 10. Well, 4 times 10, that's going to give me 40. That's less than 56. 56 minus 40 leaves us with 16. So I know that my other part's going to be 16. So 4 times what gets me 40? 4 times 10. 4 times what gets me 16? You should know that 4 times 4 is 16, but if you don't, you could skip count. So 4, 8, 12, 16. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. So 56 divided by 4 equals 14. Okay. Just trying to find one with a remainder here. Okay, 52 divided by 4. Let's do that one. 52 divided by 4. So now my length is 4. Nope, we did that one already. Okay, let's do 76 divided by 3. Okay, so when we are setting up that area model, like I said, you want to make sure whatever your first chunk is divisible by 3. So 3 goes into it evenly. So you want to think of those multiples, right? So 3 times 2 is 6. So 6 is a multiple of 3. 3 times, I think we'll just use that one. So if I do 3 times, we know 3 is here. Okay. So 76, well, 70 is not going to be divisible by 3 because 3 doesn't go equally into 7. So my next 10 would be 60s. 3 goes into 6 evenly. So I'm going to break this into 60. Okay. And then 76 minus 60 is going to give us 16. Well, 3 doesn't go into 16 evenly, but it does go into 15 evenly. So I'm going to put 15. And then my little remainder guy over here, I'm going to have one remainder. So 60 plus 15, 75, plus 1 gets us 76. Okay, so whatever we put in here has to evenly be divisible by 3. So 3 times 2 gets me 6. So 3 times 20 gets me 60. 3 times 5 gets me 15. So 20 plus 5 is equal to 25. And then we have our remainder of 1. So 76 divided by 3 is 25, remainder 1. Okay, so that's what it looks like if we have a remainder. If we have a remainder, it just comes off here to the little side, and our area in the center of our box is evenly divisible by our divisor. Okay, let's try one more for today. All right, let's do 53 divided by 4. So we did 52 divided by 4, and we knew that, so 53, 50, 4 doesn't go evenly into, our next lower 10 is 40. We know that's going to be evenly. 4 goes into 40 evenly. So if we do 53 minus 40, well, that's going to give us 13. 4 doesn't go into 13 evenly, but it does go into 12 evenly. So 13 minus 12, that's going to leave us with 1 out here. So when I add all these together, it needs to equal my dividend. So 40 plus 12, 52, plus 1 more gives me 53. So now I can divide into to find my missing links here. So 4 times 10 is 40. 4 times 3 is 12. So 10 plus 3 gives me 13, plus that remainder. So 13, remainder 1 is our final quotient. Quotient, answer to a division problem. Okay. This is just one of those strategies. Okay. We want you to have all the tools in your toolbox to be able to divide. But like I've been saying, if this is confusing and the standard algorithm makes more sense, then stick with the standard algorithm. This is just another way to do division, okay? It's not the perfect way. It's not the right way. There's multiple ways. And if this is more confusing than the standard algorithm, then just focus on the standard algorithm for now. But if this is like, oh, okay, that's making sense, then do this for a while, and then standard algorithm's not going to go away. We'll keep working on that to master it, but it's just another strategy, okay? All right, you guys, great job today. We'll be reviewing this in small groups this week, so you can ask questions then, or always hop on office hour. If you're totally confused, that's what office hours are for. You can hop on and we can work through some problems together, okay? All right, good job, Nighthawks. We will see you soon. Have a great day.